Welcome back to Fox 5 News Live. I'm Judea Murray. All right, listen. Absolutely wild cases that I'm about to unfold for you guys. 4 Georgia jailers, all facing very similar crimes, accused of smuggling contraband into the different facilities that they work at. While their charges feel common, what got them caught is what really sets all of these cases apart. We're going to take a deep dive into what's, in my opinion, starting to feel like a phenomenon. All of these cases we are learning about are all around the same time within the last month or so. So let's start in Fulton County, where we learned on September 2nd there was a shakedown at the jail, and during which they uncovered a quote-unquote substantial amount of illegal contraband, including cocaine, marijuana, crystal meth, drug strips, and a cell phone. So here's what tipped the law enforcement off to what happened here at the Fulton County Jail. They say that command staff noticed a breach in a window. They took a look at surveillance camera footage, and it showed some inmates passing items under a fire door. And then there was a search later on that uncovered a note that talked about a drone drop scheduled for either August 30th or the 31st. And it implicated, according to investigators, Deputy DeMarcus Jamal Tinsley. He was the floor officer at the time. So not only has he been accused of helping out with this drug smuggling and that drone drop, but the warrant also says that he allowed 3 inmates from one of the housing units to enter a part of the jail they weren't supposed to be in and remain there from 10 p.m. August 31st until 4 a.m. September 1st without any authority. Who knows what they were doing in that area for that amount of time. According to jail records, Tinsley was booked into the Fulton County Jail on October 8th, the very same jail that he was supposed to be a jailer at. He was released the same day on bond, and he's charged with violating his oath as a public officer and conspiracy to commit a felony. Supposedly he lives in Noonan, Georgia, and his bond was set at $35,000. All right, so that's Fulton County, but that's not where it stops. Over in Henry County, we found out that the man you see on your screen, Officer Miles J. Moxie, was also taken into custody after Henry County Sheriff's Office launched a formal criminal investigation into what they believe was happening at their facility. So this one, he was caught when a detention staff found that suspected contraband during some routine operations at the jail in McDonough. At the time, investigators believed that there was enough evidence to charge him with violation of oath by a public officer and violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. And because of the severity of the allegations that he was facing, he has also been terminated from his job at the sheriff's office. That's according to agency policy. Now, unlike the other case, we don't have a clear indication of what kind of contraband was found or how much of it was found inside the jail. It's also unclear whether what was found was intended for inmates or for other faculty and staff there at the jail. We also don't know how long he was serving with the Henry County Sheriff's Office before all of this happened. But again, the man that you're looking at on your screen is Officer Miles J. Moxie. And we reported on this a couple of days ago right here in October. I don't have the exact date that all of this was uncovered, but I believe this is all fairly recent because we just got the information from the Henry County Sheriff's Office. All right, and if that's not enough, let's move on over to Clayton County, where not 1, but 2 jail officers were arrested in connection to some sort of contraband smuggling scheme. So the 2 officers that we are dealing with in this case, their names are Ashley Victoria Lewis Allen and K-9 Officer LaShawn Branch. Each of them are charged with bringing drugs into the jail and then distributing them to inmates. And the sheriff, he has told us that he has a zero tolerance policy when it comes to smuggling contraband, no matter who you are. So they laid down the law pretty quickly. Even though these are technically members of their own team, they say, you cannot do this in our jail. We have to make an example out of you. So my question, how does something like this happen? Employees are supposed to go through metal detectors when entering the jail, but they're able to hide illegal substances, especially if they have they wouldn't be something that set a metal detector off. But they can hide those substances on their body to avoid detection. There is a checkpoint, but if you put it in the right spot, it might not be noticed or located on you in time. So the contraband, as we all know, or if you don't, I'm going to tell you, tends to sell for really high prices in the jail. These are items that you can't.
Hello, welcome to episode 153 of Just My Opinion. In this episode, I'm entitling Contraband. Due to the recent investigations and case facing 4 jailers in the state of Georgia. Let me say this. This video, this episode is intended for educational and entertainment purposes. Any clips or any news clips that are used from myself are protected under Fair Use Act. Now, as I said, these 4 individuals under an investigation, even one of them, I think, was incarcerated. He made bail due to bringing contraband into the jail. And when you introduce that type of stuff in the jail, there's a potential for a lot of fights, assaults, maybe even murder. Because contraband is a big item, a well-sought item in jail, because people in jail, they can't get to what they want. Whether it's cigarettes, booze, cell phone to be able to talk to your people on the outside and communicate to your people on the outside. Drugs, you may have a drug habit and you're feeding for that particular drug, and you want that drug. You're like, I need this drug, I need this, I want it. And so when you're bringing that in prison and you're introducing that into the prison, there's going to be a lot of danger and violence that can go along with that. Maybe somebody may get a pack of cigarettes from somebody and say, I give it to you on this day, and they can't give it to them. They can't give them no money for whatever reason. And that's a potential danger right there, because that person that's waiting on their money may say, man, this person get my money and go upside their head. I'm going to shank them. I'm going to do something. If you entitled with protecting and securing the prisoners and the facility, and you're committing crimes, you're just as worse as the people that's in there. You're committing crimes by bringing in contraband and stuff that's banned from the prison. And I don't think this is a Georgia thing. I think this is a human nature thing. And the reason why I say it's a human nature thing, because a lot of people, jailers are human beings. And if somebody's telling you, I can offer you this much money if you bring this in, or I can do this or that for you on the outside, I got this hookup, I can tell you people, go ahead and get this car, I have my man to do it for me, whatever the case may be. So I believe a lot of it is greed amongst the jailers, and they're only human beings. They're only human beings. So they can be tempted to do these type of things or commit these crimes for these prisoners. Also, I'm going to say this, female officers. A lot of female officers may have rose-colored eyes for some of these inmates. And some of these inmates may know that this person like me, so I'm going to test and see what I can get away with. If they can get away with a little, they're going to go for a lot. And then it can maybe, in the beginning, man, I get an extra chicken sandwich. You know, I get hungry at night, I ain't got no canteen, I just need an extra chicken sandwich. And that female guard may facilitate that for them. But then later on, they also can facilitate, oh, I just need some cigarettes. Oh, if you can get marijuana in here for me, and things of that nature. just recently I did an episode called Jailbreak, where a prison guard help the guy, her boyfriend, her lover, whatever the case you want to call it, and his friends, his cellmates, to escape. So this is, you can't expect for people not to be around people that much and work with people without catching feelings. And you cannot expect for greed to take over some of these people that are given the task to guard the facility and to guard the prisoners. And this is not just a Georgia thing. As I said, this thing is widespread. This thing is in every state, every county jail, every prison. But I think they need to check up on the guards more, have random checks on the guards, check their cars, check their lockers, check their person even, to try to prevent them from even thinking about bringing this type of stuff into the prison or into the jail. But this contraband thing, I had a guy, I won't say his name, he's a friend. He just came from, in fact, he's a family member, not a friend. He just came from prison, walked home. And he told me there's more drugs in the prison than out on the streets, which I can't believe that. I believe there's drugs in prison, but I believe on the street, due to the free nature that people are given to operate, that there's more drugs on the street. But he said anything you want, anything you want to get, you can get it in the prison. As long as you got the money and the connections. The wardens, the guards, the system, you have to crack down on this. You have to try as much as possible to eliminate these type of things from filtering and getting into the prison. Thanks, like, share, and subscribe. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for every subscription, every like, dislike, comment, share. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you. Thank you.